Hey folks, Species 7 here. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to my Let's Play of Farming Simulator 2013. And we are, of course, still playing on the same modded Hagenstead map, which I will leave a link to in the opening description. See below. So, what we're looking at here is not our normal Schluter tractor. This is actually one that came with the new free DLC pack that Giants put out. A little bit smaller, but I like the big one, and I like this one too. Still quite a heavyweight tractor. Does well. Don't remember the specs. Let's have a quick look here, shall we? Because yeah, I really do like this one. Here we go. And quite reasonably priced at $37,000, 150 horsepower. So yeah, because the other one that we own, where's the big Schluter? There it is, for 139,000. It's 240, so it's almost 100 horse more. But this is a nice little unit. The other thing we're looking at is one honkin' big Pottinger plow, because we are up here on fields 26 and 27. See, I didn't know, but the map did. And I'm going to join them together because I want to show you that particular little thing. Deal. Okay. The other thing, I not only went out and bought myself a really nice shiny new Logitech keyboard today. Backlit keys. When you get really old and blind, if your writing lights up, it really helps. Take my word for it. I had a light under my desk, but it just wasn't the same ever since my old G17 there died. It's been a struggle to read the keys, so I got a new Logitech keyboard. I also, while I was at it, picked up 16 gigs of RAM, a 640 GTX video card, and a 675 watt power supply. And that'll all be going into the computer early next week, so I'll probably be offline for a day or two as I test it all out. So, but should make for some slightly better videos. Now, okay, first things first, let's climb in. And I'm going to tell you guys right up front, 99% of the gear in this particular there we go. This particular game, I know how to use fairly well. Okay. The ones that I don't are plows. Yeah. But I know that we do want to allow it to create fields, so we're definitely going to turn that off. Because what I'm going to do, I want to join these, so I have to plow up that road and those, excuse me, 2 strips of grass in between. So I need to lower this, and that's when it's going to actually start plowing. So I'd like to get a little closer. See, this is okay. That's scary. Are we way off the edge? Not so much. Okay. Super slow-mo. Wow, it's sure pulling on this poor little tractor, I'll tell you. And that should do what we needed it to do. Exactly. Okay. Now let's lift the plow. Turn our tractor around, and no, this is not... Whoa, that's a weird ass plow. Oh, I see. I guess it's because the wheel on the bottom that makes it do that. Now, I think that the way plows work is I can turn the plow over. Wow. Well, I don't know, is that actually going to pull it into line then? Is that the idea? Oh, I see. I guess it will, won't it? Huh. Alright, well, let's lower the plow down and try this. Okay. Lift the plow up. Swing about the tractor. I guess I can actually go a little wider seeing as the size of this plow, eh? I don't know. I don't know exactly. Hey folks, sorry about that. Had a bang at my door. Strangest times that sort of thing happens. Okay, now I think we want to turn this over, right? No. Did I already do that? Have I messed this up? Which way is that? No, that's going to drag that way, right? Okay, but how far? Ooh, looks like about right. Okay. So let's lower that down. Nice. And let's head across, shall we? Oh. Yeah, you don't want to leave. Ah, damn. Okay. That didn't quite react the way I was hoping it would, that's for sure. So I'm going to have to fix that little gap. Yeah, I really don't like this plow. Most of the, I've used a couple of the other ones that come in the game, and they remain rigid, you know? So, like if I turned it, that's the spot it would be in. It wouldn't matter how far forward I drove or if I slightly changed direction or anything like that. So, I don't know. Not used to it. Apparently I hit the wrong start button. There we go. Boy, does it ever yank this poor little tractor around too, let me tell you. Wow, I can feel it. Okay. And then what you do, once you get this... Woo. Once you get this plowed out, then you of course go over it with a cultivator. Sorry, press 1, not 2. Then you would go over it with a cultivator and make it all nice and ready for seeding. And then of course it's ready for seeding. So I'll tell you what, how about I come back when I get the rest of this plowed, and we will run a cultivator up and down it. Back in a minute. Hey folks, alrighty, I'm back and I have traded in our plow for a nice little cultivator. So I'm going to lower down, our nice little Tyranno FX cultivator. Stick her nice and close to the ground and smooth all of this out. There we go. Lovely job this does. Then when we get to there, we'll simply lift it off the ground, spin ourselves about, and come back down the other way. And that's all we need to do once we clear this area that we originally, there we go, that we originally just plowed out. This will become one massive giant field. So, okay, hit V again to lift it. That's all we need to do. It's not actually powered, so we don't have to worry about turning it on and off. Let's get a little bit wider strip this time. Drop it down. Doesn't hurt to be a little early. So with all the new upgrades and such that I'm going to be doing, it's because I've been thinking about the channel a little bit. For those of you that only follow this, I also do a Minecraft Feed the Beast channel. I also do a Spotlight channel, that sort of thing as well. But my other main, and I suppose my actual main channel of all of them, is the Minecraft Feed the Beast one. Well, truth be told, although they are adding new mods, and there are some mods I haven't gone through, I'm kind of looking forward to the end of that series, which I think I'm going to probably do. I don't know. we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to get to 50 episodes, but we will see how it goes. I'm already quite advanced in at 26 or 27, but as we know, I am sort of redoing everything as well. But I'm looking at another farming game. Not that I'm hung up on farming. Like I say, I'm certainly not a farmer. But it's a manager simulator type. It's called Farming Giant. And I guess any of you that have ever played Industrial Giant or any of them, they're a UIG game, the same people that do the Agricultural Simulator. But rather than being so hands-on, where you're doing things like I'm doing now, I would simply have to ensure that they are done. But down to the point where you have to balance pH soil. The idea being basically you become, I don't know, not the biggest farmer in Hagenstad, but possibly the biggest farmer in Europe, type of thing. And you can do it through raising animals or through crops or combinations thereof. But it's a very complex, very detailed. As I say, you don't get in and drive tractors like you do here. But you must hire people to drive those tractors to tend to fields or things won't get done. So it looks really interesting at any rate, and that might become my second Let's Play. I've also, just because I never got a chance to try it, I've kind of been thinking about picking up the Platinum Edition of Simulator 2011. Along with something they call the Pro Farm, sorry, which I guess was their Giant's own updated map with a bunch of other things added into it. But we'll see how that goes. But like I say, this Farming Giant I find quite intriguing, so thinking of picking that up probably right after I do my upgrades and checking it out. So, but yeah, for my Minecraft fans, the 3 of you that exist, I don't plan on ending the series anytime in the near future. And who knows, maybe by the time I get those 50 episodes out, they'll have finally decided to upgrade to 1.5. So, and then maybe for a brief time, at any rate, all of the mods will be matching and up to date. There we go. That stage is done, so we're going to fold up this little cultivator and head for home. I like this little Schluter tractor, it's pretty cool. And for the price, boy, you can't go wrong. What a neat little rig. I think inside, yeah, it looks pretty much, well, it's actually a little prettier than the big one. I don't think it's got as many dials and gauges and stuff. Wow. And it clips along pretty good, considering this is not a small cultivator by any stretch of the imagination. So, let's return him to his little place of origin. And then, of course, the next stage is going to be to seed that. Now, I planted canola down in all of these bottom fields. Well, all of them, those ones over there. And that's going to do us for now. And like I said, the reason I didn't join those is because I actually have something else in mind for that set of fields eventually. That's where we'll be putting, I think, our greenhouses and such at some point. So. Oh, I didn't really want to bang into that darn plow. So how about we pull out and just a little further off to the side. I think I actually might have knocked it off its wheel there. My goodness. And we'll let him down. And I think we'll go. He's doing such a good job. Might as well let him finish the job. Of course, the nice thing about this part of it is I don't actually have to do it. I just have to get this up here, then I can hire a worker. So. But this series does seem to generate a little bit of interest. I mean, I don't expect thousands of views. I consider a little bit of interest. I mean, if I get 5 views on a video, that's doing better than the norm, and I'm happy enough. But I usually do get at least that on average. I mean, some of my Minecraft videos, I don't get views at all, so If I do end up giving that up at some point, I guess I can hardly be blamed for it. It is really a pointless endeavor to sit here and talk to yourself if that's exactly what you're doing. So, at least with this series, I can look at the fact that I have views on most of the episodes and go, well, I guess somebody's paying attention. Cool, you know? And yeah, I'm bought us a new harvester. I sold one of the big Deutz-Fahrs that we had, or Deutz-Fahrs, whatever they are, and I bought the Quadra-Track, so we'll have a look at that when the time comes. Because we're going to want a fair-sized piece of gear for this field when she's ready to come down. So we're going to unfold this, and I think because we've got all canola down there... Oops, I don't need to honk the horn. What am I doing? Let's switch to, yeah, grass. No. Wheat? Barley. Well, let's go with wheat, shall we? Lower it down, turn it on, hire a worker. Which would probably be R as opposed to... whatever the heck it was, or H I should say, as opposed to R, which is what I think I actually pressed. See, as you can see, it's going to take him a while to make his way to the end of this little field. Yeah, this is going to provide hours of entertainment. So, I'm going to leap out of this. Yeah, this is the... Class TerraTrack, the 770 Lexon TerraTrack, and it's a pretty neat piece of gear, and we will look at it in more detail when it comes time for harvest. Here's one of the big reasons I bought it. Not only has a really nice big tank on it, it's got a huge cutting head, which again, big field, that's going to come in handy. Really, really handy. And as I say, these guys down here are done. Yes, you can run anywhere you want in the game. So if you know your way around, you can get around pretty quick. There you go. Crops are coming up. All canola all the way across. Nice, nice, nice. Making very nice. Okay, lovely. So... this is another part of that little mod pack. And you know what? That's really weird. Because when I logged off, it's a little self-propelled forage wagon, like a little truck dude. So, just take him for a little spin around the farm, shall we? Yeah. But it is a forage wagon. It will actually, you can turn it on. There we go. And it will sweep up forage. So, but yeah, that's also from the free DLC pack that Giants just released. But yeah, it is kind of weird because I did have this parked under that shed. I will guarantee it. So I think we're going to park him over here because we don't use this. What a neat little mod this guy is. I don't know how well he works at doing his thing, but it sure is cool just for boogieing around in. I just wanted to show you guys that. I thought it was kind of cool. He's not very expensive either, but what a cool little mod, eh? It's like, yeah, I'd drive one of these around if I had one. Just to piss people off. But night approaches. We have our new field all extended nice, so that's a good thing. Yeah. And this will be the next thing we do. Once Buddy's finished that field up there sowing it, I'm going to start going to a 2-stage spraying process because this is actually fertilizer, okay? These sprayers are not fertilizer, although they say they will help with your crop yield. Now both the fertilizer and sprayers say that, but this distinctly says fertilizer, and this one distinctly says sprayers. They both spray. I'm thinking this one is more of a nutrient and like liquid chemical nutrient and insecticide, herbicide type thing. So I'm just going to see if I get a better yield. I'm going to use both and see what we get off of that field, and then I'm going to use one and or the other and see what we get off the field, and I'll keep track of the numbers. So, but until then, it's going to take a while for that guy to finish that field, and speeding up time does not speed up equipment, so we can't do that. I guess we're good for now, folks. So this has been Species 7. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Sorry for the interruptions, but we got through them. So until next time, ciao for now.